Hello, I'm Ganesh. Today's topic is abstract factory. Abstract factory is a design pattern focusing on creating families for related objects without specifying their concrete classes. It provides an interface for object creation, allowing clients to create objects without their needing to know the specific implementation. This promotes flexibility and decoupling between client code and the concrete implementation of the objects. Overall, abstract factory enables easy switching with between between different implementations or variations of related objects within an application. The intent provides an interface provides main intent is provide an interface for creating families for uh, related or dependent objects without specifying their concrete classes. Next from the motivation. The problem addressed is the need for a need for the user interface toolkit to support multiple multiple look and feel and standards without hard hard coding for a particular look and feel, ensuring portability across standards. The solution involves defining an abstract widget factory class with operations for creating different types of widgets. Concrete subclasses for widget factory are created for look and feel standards. Implementation operation to create the appropriate widget. Clients only interact with the widget factory's interface, unaware of the content classes. This design allows for easy switching between look and feel standard without modifying the client's code and enforcing dependencies between concrete widget classes widget classes based on the look and feel. The structure of the widget factory. This is the structure. First, we should this has a this has two subfactories. This has two subfactories, and the client will interact with this. The client will interact with these windows. This is the interface of the widget factory, and it has a uh, two other classes for P means prime window, and this is a modifying window. This will be modified by the modify widget factory class, and this prime widget factory will modify these. This is the primary window windows on the scroll bar. This is what client will access there. Applicability. Use the abstract factory when a system should be independent for how its uh, products are created, composed, and represented. A system should be configured with one of multiple families of products. A family of related products, objects is designed to be used together, and you need to enforce this constraint. You want to avoid a class library for object, and you want to reveal just their interfaces, not their implementations. Next, the structure of the abstract factory. This is the this is this is what we have already told in the motivation. The same structure. We can modify the fact. We can modify the factory. We can modify the two factories here and the products of factories. We will uh, create a factory for each product like this, each product, and the part one and part two of the project, that is the object, uh, the provided the provided product has two parts, and we can divide it into two, and we can have this as a primary and the modifying part. Participates the abstract factory, widget factory, declares an interface for operation that create abstract product object. And concrete factory concrete factory implements the operation to create a concrete product objects. Abstract product declares a interface for a type of product object. Concrete product defines a product product object to be created by a corresponding concrete factory implements the abstract product interface. Client uses an interface declared by the abstract factory in the abstract product class. Collaborations. Normally, normally a single instance of a concrete factory class is created at runtime. This concrete factory creates product objects having a particular implementation. To create different object class product object, client should use a different concrete factory. Abstract factory differs creation of product object to its concrete factory subclasses. Consequences. Consequences. It isolates concrete classes. The abstract factory patterns helps you control the classes of the objects that an application creates, because a factory encapsulates the responsibility and the process of creating product objects. It isolates clients from implementation classes. In, clients manipulate instances through their abstract factory interface. Product class product class names are isolated in the implementation of the concrete factory. They do not appear in the client code. It makes exchanging product families easy. The class of a concrete factory appears only in it's it is it is where it's initiated. This makes it easy to change the concrete factory as application uses. It can use different product configurations simply by changing the concrete factory, because a abstract factory can create a complete family of product. The whole product family changes at once changes at once. In our user interface example, we can use from modif, uh, modify widgets to presentation manager widgets, simply by switching the corresponding factory objects and creating the interface. Implementation. There are some there are some useful techniques for implementing the Abstract factory pattern. Factories are singleton. The application typically needs only one instance for a concrete, concrete factory per product family. So it is usually be best implemented as a singleton. Creating the products. The abstract factory only declares an interface for creating creating products. It's con, concrete products subclasses to actually create them. The most common way to do this is to define a define a factory method for each product. A concrete factory will specify its factory by overriding the factory factory method as for each. While this implementation is simple, it requires a new concrete factory subclass for creating product family. Even if the product family differs only slightly, it may uh, if many product families are possible. The concrete family can be implemented using a prototype pattern. The concrete factory is initialized with a prototype prototypically instance for create each product in the family, and it creates a new product by cloning its prototype. The prototype based approach eliminates the need for a new factory class for each product family. Defining extendable factories. The pa- the passage discuss the passage discuss the trade-offs between flexibility and safety with when defining extendable factories, while abstract factory typically defines separate operations of each kind of product. A, a more flexible but less safe approach involves adding a parameter to operation that creates object indicated the kind of product to be created. This approach simplifies the design by requiring only a single make operation in abstract factory, but it lead to difficulties in statistical typical statically typed language like C++, especially when subclasses specific operators are needed. Despite offering great flexibility, this approach can uh, comprise type safety and require additional precautions such as down casing, down casing, which may not always be feasible or safe. Thank you.